best anime convention. Stand with the light or drop into darkness at Florida's best anime convention. It's MetroCon 2017. Faithful vs. Fallen, featuring 4 days of events, panels, and special guests. The Ghosts will play with the Metro Star Party. Ignite the heart at the Metro Fire Show. Relax yourself at the Fantasy Masquerade. Laugh it all off with Metro Night Live. Search for fame in the Rhythm City Chronicles. And choose your side at the Anime Human Combat Chess Match. And that's not all. Be sure to shop for swag at the Humongous Dealer's Room. Dance the night away at the Metro Massive Rave Party. Compete for glory in one of several contests. And of course, meet some amazing special guests. This year's guest lineup includes artist No Flutter, cosplayer Pikachu, singer Caleb Hiles, Ray Chase, Max Middleman, Robbie Damon, Paul St. Peter, Mary Elizabeth McGlynn, Christina V, Vic Manana, MetroCon favorite Scott McNeil, and the man himself, Steve Bloom. So head to metroconventions.com to get your tickets today. Then meet us at the Tampa Convention Center August 3rd through 6th, 2017 for 4 whole days of anime fun. It's MetroCon. Keep the gear turning on.
Superhero time starts now.
Into the midst of this conspiracy steps a small group of heroes. Their adventures will take them far to the north and into the heart of the Empire. They will be both Catspaw and Foil. They will be embroiled in politics and war. And they alone will save the Empire from its greatest enemy, the enemy within.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to The Enemy Within, live here on RVTV. How we all doing, everybody? Yes, folks, it's time for another exciting night of Warhammer action live here on RVTV. Of course, I'm here with my lovely wife, Lady K, and the boys, Matty Jay, Mike Shell, Mildra the Monk. How we doing, everybody?
I am doing well. I'm doing well, and and in the spirit of somebody more successful than me, I am going to be introducing a new running gag that I will be doing only for these streams, and I will explain the full details to you guys later. Fuck encounter roleplay.
Okay, yes.
Feed me, Seymour.
Does it have to be human?
No.
Does it have to be mine?
No.
Where am I supposed to get it?
Not that you could do anything. You're states away, sir.
Let me have my reference.
Fair
Little
enough.
Shop of Horrors.
Fair enough. Not Cody Rhodes. Hey, can I make a quick announcement, real quick? As if it wasn't made all over Facebook the last couple hours.
Nani?
Ladies and gentlemen, it's official. I'm joining Easy in California this August.
You lucky son of a bitch!
Hey, we have a convention in August too, sir.
I know! That's what makes it worse!
Look at it this way. We finally get Steve Bloom.
I know! That's what makes it worse! The same month I finally get Steve Bloom, the same month that I finally get my shot at Steve Bloom, fucking Shotaro shows up to California!
Dave him, do you want to book him?
I'll book him later. Don't worry about it.
Thank you.
Well, I already told you about the bad luck that I had both last night and earlier in the week.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll start with the Sunday one. So Sunday morning, I'm watching Dominion live because I'm out of my fucking mind.
Also, you don't want to be spoiled, which is a fair thing.
Yeah. I watched through it. I watched through one of the best matches the first Broadway match that I've ever seen live ever in at least a decade. So then it's about 6 o'clock in the morning my time when I finally go. 2 hours later, I hear on my window. I look out and it's fucking hailing out. Hailing, storms. I saw some lightning. It's like, oh God, global warming.
No!
So that's what happened on Sunday. That was fun. At least I wasn't doing much that day. So I just said fuck it and just put some earplugs in and then went back to bed. Then yesterday, I'm at Buffalo Wild Wings with some friends. And as I'm walking home, because it's only about 15 minutes from my house, it starts raining a little. I figured, it's just a little drizzle. I'll just dry off when I get home. Then it starts raining harder and harder and harder. And by the time I got home, I gained weight off of my clothes. I spent about 10 minutes wringing everything out.
Oh, you poor bastard. I've been there.
Been there, done that.
We've all been there.
Been there, done that. Got the t-shirt and the coffee mug.
And they're all filled with water.
Yeah. And the worst part about the whole thing is that I have a mini fro. So I had that whole thing soaking in.
I thought about that too.
Oh no! So one of Xavier Woods' old entrances then.
I don't have that much of a fro. I did that like 11 years ago, and I'm never doing that again.
Oh, jeez. Also, well, I can only say this. Who's got two thumbs and just pre-ordered the Power Rangers Blu-ray Special Edition from Best Buy? This guy.
Oh, yeah, he did that, sir. Yes, sir.
And Evan Hunter Gale, yes, that's Shotaro. That's why I'm so pissed.
AKA fucking jealous.
Yeah.
Just remember,
And
Shade.
for the record, I will not be able to get any time off so soon after going on vacation. So no, don't try to surprise him with tickets to California, please.
Even if they could get me passes to get up there, I'd have to get a flight and pay for the hotel. Again, right after paying for the hotel at MetroCon. Trust me, I know this is not going to happen. That's why I'm so pissed.
And believe us, folks, Easy and I, we were just as pissed as he was before we realized, oh shit, we could actually pull it off. There was a solid 2 weeks where we were sad in our head places.
Yeah, now I'm the only one who has to be sad. Though,
Boy!
Shades, just remember, it's better to be pissed off than to be pissed on.
it's true. Though, to their credit, Easy has promised that they're at least going to get me an autograph.
Yeah, Hairball, you could totally say that.
Regardless. And yes, Hairball, I am aware about the recent announcements for Ranger Stop. We will be discussing that tomorrow. Hashtag save it for the recap.
You know, we really need to get that on a
Spoiled
t-shirt.
in the best way possible.
Oh. Yeah, we'll be discussing that tomorrow. Holy crap. Also, yeah, you know what, Fireball? I think you got the right idea. Maddie, can you get the Jericho button ready for me, please?
God damn it.
Because, you know what, California? Since you know what happens when you take one of my favorite Japanese actors and bring to the States? You know what happens? You know what? You know what happens when you piss me off like that? You know what happens?
You just made the list.
Thank you.
I'm about to fuck you so hard.
This was called for. Let him have his moment.
Thank you. For once, I'm justified. It doesn't happen often. I'm going to take it while I can.
I still owe him a buck.
You know what, Mildra? Let the lady win.
Yeah. I'll tear your arms off.
I'll say, since y'all are all gabbing about stuff you're doing, I'm doing something.
Ooh, what you got?
I've got a Doctor Who day coming up on Saturday, and meeting a Doctor Who guest.
Ooh.
He's your favorite blue rarities dealer.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
I forget his name, but I know who you're talking about. He was the one who got decapitated by the end of the first. Huh?
Yeah, Dodorium.
Dodorium, that's who it is. Yeah.
Yep.
Doctor Who. Doctor Who. Doctor Who.
You know what's even worse, guys, is not only did I have to hear that with regular hearing, but I heard it through my headphones, which had this really motherfucking odd echo effect.
That must have sounded awesome.
Not if you're sitting in my shoes, sir.
Oh. All right, I think we
bullshit enough. Let's get on with day 3.
Yes.
Yep.
Let's do it.
I want to every one of you should get a can of Coke for not using either the sound effect from Law and Order or 24.
Well, now you've just given us. Now you've just tempted
Now you've
us.
just given me a reason to troll you.
Because I know for a fact Maddie and I have the Law and Order button.
Well, this is a warning.
Oh,
If you do it, then I'm going to Dave you.
It will
Please,
be worth
Dave
it.
them. Please, Dave them, Mildra.
And Shades, if you end up abusing it, I'm pretty sure Lady K is going to give you the book.
Oh, like she's in already. At this point, I might as well do it just because I already know I'm going to get hit anyway.
Fuck the book. I'll grab a frying pan.
Oh, Jesus.
It is important to play to the audience. And Mike, would you?
I'll go Rapunzel on Flynn.
Mike,
I will go Rapunzel on your Flynn ass, sir.
She's
Mike.
looking right at me with that.
Would you change your color on roll 20 because it's a little too red?
Oh, mine.
Yeah, you're like one shade off from shades.
Well, now you're just one shade off from Maddie.
Well, that back to there.
That'll work. Anyway.
Poor Mike.
Aw. Hey, Mildra.
Yeah.
Roll 20 needs a rainbow-colored version for a scarf.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Oh, yeah, we do. You need. Also, Mildra.
Yeah.
Maddie, too sweet me, bro.
Matty Jay, I am a man of my word.
Go ahead.
Mildra, let me get the
Damn
book.
me. I'm having too much goddamn good of an evening to care.
Dave!
Mildra, this show goes to show you low-hanging fruit plus Maddie equals your face look dumb.
Word of warning, guys. The lady has left her position. She's going for the book.
Oh, boy.
Also, I'm going to say this now. Mike, your color works now, but there is a really bad joke I can make right now. You see it now, don't you?
Anyways, let's get the show on the road.
You might want to hold on. The lady is not at her seat right now.
All right.
For all the obvious reasons.
Yeah,
In
because
fact, Matty.
Go ahead, get it out of your system.
you didn't hear it.
Actually,
There.
Ow!
There.
Worth it.
you say that now.
Oh, I'll have the headache later.
Anyway, so it is day 3, as it's known in the Empire, Königstag.
God bless you.
I told you the Empire is very, very
German influence, I know.
Yep, specifically Holy Roman Empire era Germany.
Hey, you know what? At least they come up with a unique name. It's not just New Home. Points to anyone who gets that reference.
I get it. I'm not selling it. Anyway, now as you recall, yesterday it was rainy as hell. Today it's mostly foggy, but the Aver is a bit swollen. Like the water is covering the mud flats and laps up to the waterfront hall.
So it's really, really muddy.
Yeah.
It's on the verge of flooding.
Well, that's kind of how this river works. It'll rain and get to near flooding, then it'll recede a bit, and then it starts over again. But as you get up and as breakfast is taken care of, you see someone hammering a nail onto the board outside of the hotel. Or not the hotel, the inn, sorry.
Same diff. The place we sleep in.
Yep. Is it anyone? What is it? Is no one gonna ask?
You
what's?
didn't quite give us any incentive to be interested in it. You just say you're
Yeah.
just nailing up something.
Oh, it looks like a poster it's another missing poster, and this time the name Ute is on it.
That name sounds familiar. Did I speak with somebody by that name over the last 2 days?
You did. She was one of the people. She was one of the people you investigated. She was a teenage busker who was known around the waterfront.
Alan Wayne runs up, stalks over to the notice board and turns back to the others. We have a serious problem, gents.
Lovely. This looks like this thing's
Ah,
getting worse and
nuts.
worse by the minute. God damn it.
This is the girl that I told you to watch your coin around.
Oh yes, that one.
Wait, the one we almost slapped off because she tried to steal our coin?
Yep.
What's she up to now?
It looks like
She's missing. More than likely dead.
This much as I didn't care for her style, her need to steal, she didn't deserve this fate. This is sadly starting to get on my nerves.
We're gonna kill somebody today, aren't we?
I wouldn't doubt it, my friend. I wouldn't doubt it at all.
Let's start fanning and looking for clues, guys.
It doesn't take long to find something, because as you exit, you see that there's a big crowd around the river under the bridge. So about right here. And it seems that they're here. You hear a lot of murmuring, saying another dead, and somebody saying another dead one. Are you going to try and push through the crowd to see what's going on?
Yes.
Absolutely.
It's a tight fit, because there's a lot of people to go through, but you see it's another body.
Brennan, lift me up for a better height, for a better view.
You talking to me?
No,
You're the
me.
biggest. Oh,
Brennan.
You're lucky I'm in a better mood today.
Right?
All right, so what can I see above the crowd?
Okay. Your roll an observation check. I'm not.
All right,
I'm not
so
gonna
what?
put in- I'm not gonna
Four-
put in- Give your put in.
4 character die, 1 fortune die.
Yeah.
Actually, wouldn't that be expertise?
I also get a fortune die because that's what I put when I leveled
Yeah.
up.
Oh.
You can add fortune die, darling.
That was expertise for using the skill.
So.
And also expertise, correct?
Yep.
Three successes, 1 boon.
All right. Hold on to that boon. That's going to be considered. That's going to be considered an extra fortune die for your next roll if you do another one in
Gotcha.
this scene. But you see a body, and you see three soldiers.
Okay.
Basically trying to do the whole thing of, please, ladies and gentlemen, please disperse. Go back to your day. Don't mess up the scene too much. You know, that kind of thing. If there's any bit of good news, from where you can see the body looks a lot older compared to a skinny teenager.
Oh, thank God. All right. I'm going to do another observation roll. I want to look at the surrounding people and see if I can spot anything uncharacteristic.
All right, roll it. And remember, Dad.
Hey, you said I had an extra fortune die.
Yes.
Woohoo! 3 successes, 1 boon, 1 Sigmar's Comet.
All right. You notice that there's a lot of people. Some of them you have met. Some of them you haven't. A few you do spot a few halflings, which is interesting. They usually don't go out of their ward in the city. And you overhear someone saying what? You overhear a couple of halflings arguing about whether or not this is going to be pinned on them or not, because the halfling rebellion that took place a few years ago still stings with some of them. But eventually you hear from a distance, "Make way, everyone! Make way!" And you see a man who, even if you weren't a wizard, you could tell that he is someone who has the gift. But just by the way he carries himself, and just from his robes and the crowd not wanting to tangle with it, everybody kind of parts ways like the Red Sea parting. And you see this man.
Earth
Okay,
Mage?
two thoughts come to mind. A, he's either a clergyman or B, a douchebag.
Oh shit, he's a luminary. Fuck, he is from my school, isn't he?
Yep.
Oh, balls.
So in other words, Whistler, the answer is yes.
Brennan let me down.
I'll have to turn me twice. Ugh. Could lose a few pounds, you know.
Why,
Hush.
thank you for telling me such a thing, Lord Fussy Butt. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go see the luminary.
The luminary looks at the body and starts inspecting it. He's a bit dispassionate about it. He goes. He knows that you're there, Alwyn, but he's not turning around saying, if you have questions, could they hold a moment? I need to finish my inspection here. You see that he's as he's looking at the body and checking it, and through what you can see of it, one it's the victim is an older man, but other than that, it matches the same pattern as the victim that you saw a couple days ago.
Okay. Remind me, is this the gentleman that we first noticed was missing on the poster board on day 1? Or did we find him already? I can't remember.
The one who was missing on day 1, he was the first victim you saw.
Okay.
This goes, but after inspecting a bit, he looks and you goes, "Well, that's unusual. I don't see wizards of your age this far out."
It's because I'm still an apprentice. My math.
I would repeat that, hon. You got cut off.
That's because I'm still an apprentice
Luminary.
I'm hearing
I only heard half that.
Yeah.
Testing 1 2.
Good.
There you go.
I was hired by the Von Brennans to assist by Lord Von Brennan to assist his son. That being said, is there any assistance that I can offer you, Luminary?
He says nothing for a few seconds, looks around and goes, "You know things I want to know, and I think you're smart enough to know why saying those things out here is a stupid idea."
That's pretty much common sense.
Where are my manners? My name is Conrad Mauer, Luminary Conrad Mauer. There should be a spot. I believe from the last time I was in this town, there's an inn called the White Horse that is very accommodating to scholars. Would you care to meet me there? I have some business to attend to with an old friend beforehand.
Absolutely. And out of character, that's where we're already staying, right?
Yeah.
Meeting you there won't be a problem, Luminary. That's where we're already seeking lodging as it is.
Very, very well then. If you'll excuse me. He gives a bit of a nod, not a full bow as he makes his leave. But the interesting thing that you did notice when you looked at him is that even though by the way he carries himself, he's not blind. He doesn't look to his eyes are complete gray white blanks.
Okay.
That's odd.
There's something suspicious about that, man. I don't know what it is.
Oh, hands off, Fussy Butt. He's from my college.
No disrespect. Trust me, I know luminaries are very well-respected mages, but I'm not saying it's anything bad yet. I'm just saying there's something off. Something about those eyes doesn't sit right with me.
You,
Elenwyn grumbles under her breath.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Elenwyn grumbles under her breath and shoves past the boys to head back to the inn for a moment.
You get the feeling he's playing the other team?
I can't go that far just yet. I don't want to jump to that conclusion too early, but I definitely should say we should keep our eyes peeled on this one. With this town, you can never be too sure, especially with everything that's been going on lately.
Anyways, you head back to the White Horse, and after a bit, he comes in. Though he's wearing a bit of a hood, and so he doesn't attract too much attention. Taking it off once he gets in, see? And of course the lot of you heading into a room towards the back where that's usually reserved for the scholars, but this is an exception.
I showed up saying, "Private room now."
Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
Yeah,
so he goes in. He sits down last and goes. So, quite an eclectic group in front of me. I have a wizard in training from my own college. A brutish man who looks to be a Bretonian descent. A scion of the Von Brenners, and of all things an Ulthwani. I didn't think your kind ventured this far out from your island.
I've had unfortunate dealings with my people. I'm hoping to return home one day.
I'm sure you will in due time, but that is a story for another day.
Indeed.
Now then, I will not spend too much time on the individual stories. I was called from the capital to assist an old friend of mine when it comes to these unsavory murders. But since you've been here for at least some time, I'd like to at least understand your perspective. What do you know about these cases?
If I may, I wouldn't exactly.
I probably should I probably should give him the medical aspect first, considering that both of us are healers, and then we can get down to the nitty-gritty gang dealings.
All right, I'll at least run in. There's two aspects to this situation that we've observed. The physical aspect, which our lovely mage here will elaborate on here in a moment, and the more political aspect, where we think this might be caused. First, we'll discuss the physical. Alwyn, if you'd be so kind.
Mildred, get ready to check the chat really quick. I'm going to need the details.
All right.
By the way, this is brought to you by MetroCon 2017. Not John's going to be there. Go there. Go there.
Thank you. Didn't need the plug, but I appreciate it.
Well, hey, I'm going to be bragging about me going to California. At least I can do is give you a plug.
I get to see my scooter again.
Oh, legitimately, I think the con community, the MetroCon community, was a little concerned that Scott hadn't been announced until like the last minute. You know, I think everyone like breathed a collective sigh of relief when when he finally got announced.
Now, if only Amelie would be announced, it would be even better. Speaking of Amelie, I know for a fact that after this con season is over, she's taking a break.
Yeah, I remember her talking about that a while back.
So it'll be a while before I get to see my Ami-chan again.
Kyoryu Crimson, if you're talking about me, that's kind of the point. If you're talking about our other mage here, Mauer, well, we'll see.
What did Kyoryu say?
He says my douchebag senses are off the charts.
Not mine, so fuck off.
Lady K, would you kindly explain what another name for Wizards of the Light College is? If you recall from yesterday.
We light mages are also called Hierophants.
She's basically going to Harvard for wizards, folks. That's what she's doing. The mage in question, the D-bag in question, so to speak, is
my luminary.
Basically a master's degree professor in that shit.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Unless, of course, I'm wrong, which I'm usually am, but you know.
I found true horror.
No, I'm getting ready to talk, sir.
No. Don't you even think about showing me nothing. I am getting ready to talk.
In case you're wondering, I was just surfing around Reddit while I was waiting. I have found true horror.
And
I
also,
won't let him show me.
Also, if you look on Discord, Lady K, I just sent.
Yeah, I
you
see
the
it. I
details.
see it. I'm trying to get back to it.
All right.
It's not good, luminary. There are always puncture wounds on the back of the victims, as well as slashes to their face or torso. Oh God, the flesh around the wounds. It's discolored. It's corrupted.
I was hoping that the body that I found was just an isolated case, and I could just chalk this up to gang violence. I asked around, trying to figure out who the person who was killed was. The only thing I was able to determine is that his name was Herman Halheimer. He was a racketeer along the docksides. He worked with the fish a few times.
Wasn't that the name of the guy whose boat you guys saved?
No.
Oh, thank God.
No, that was Adele, and Halheimer is keep in mind that you're dealing with an age where the whole having proper family names wasn't really a thing yet.
Gotcha.
But I can very much say that the wounds are that from what I saw from the body, the wounds are consistent with certain types of poisons. It might.
What about black magic?
It might be a mix of both. I don't know if it's dark or if it's chaos, and I'm hoping it's the former. If it's the latter and that gets out, then that means that the Order of the Silver Hammer might have a few words. In other words, the witch hunters.
Are you sure they shouldn't be called in to begin with?
If they get called in, they'll throw somebody into the fire on the pretense. I'd rather
Point
not
taken.
have a considering that we're dealing with a town that's a stone's throw away from Blackfire and has had to deal with its own uprisings when it came to a food riot and a halfling rebellion in the last 3 years. Do you really, what do you including this whole succession nonsense?
Point taken, Luminary. My apologies.
Sorry, I overspoke. Regardless, I would say that the person who's been doing these is the same person or persons. I'd almost go so far to say that this method of killing is some sort of calling card.
I'd be inclined to agree, based on our own investigations. Which brings me to the political aspect of this whole scenario, because we've been investigating not only these murders, but some other incidences that have been happening in this wretched town. And it seems like everything that's going on here is connected. Have you heard of something called the Black Cowl?
I heard rumors about that as I was on my coach on the way here.
Yes, well, based on what we've investigated, I'm led to believe that it's more than just a rumor. We've had an incident recently with a boat that was attempted to be sabotaged. And when we cornered the saboteurs, they let it slip that they were working for somebody. And it sounded like
dead.
And before we could get anything more, the last remaining member was met with an arrow in the chest, and not from any of my people.
And you think that the assailant of that person was your Black Cowl?
A lot of evidence seems to point that way. And again, this is the only incident that he seems to be connected to. Everywhere we go, his name comes up.
It is. You make a strong case, young man. But unfortunately, if I were to try and present this to the other to proper authority, it would be relegated to simple circumstantial.
Obviously.
If you want any help from a political standpoint, you're going to need to give me something bigger.
We were already working on that. Trust me, I wasn't even going to mention anything to anybody until we had some solid evidence. The only thing I'm telling you is because, well, you're already investigating it, so we figured any lead could be useful.
I will keep an eye open and send you a carrier message if anything comes my way. If you'll excuse me, I need to return to the Plenzer plots. I'll be there for the next few days. If you hear anything, let me know.
We'll be sure to do so.
Of course.
as you leave the
I lean in, can I just say, I lean in and between yourself and myself, sir, watch your back.
Trust me, I do that anyway, but I agree. I'll be especially careful with this one.
I just speak to the luminary.
Believe me, I can hold my own.
What I
And
believe
if-
he means, sir,
Well,
is
as
that
soon as
to be careful because the enemy is all around us.
he smiles as you see what look like grayed out eyes start to slightly glow until instead of looking like normal eyes, it's more like he has orbs of light in his sockets. And he goes, "I think I can handle myself. Thank you very much."
Can you
He looks
teach me
he
that?
looks at him. Yeah, you're good. Just if you do need help, let us know.
Can you teach me that?
I'm not sure. Well, actually, Alwyn, I want you to roll an intelligence check and add in your fortune die for spellcraft light order. This is effectively a spellcraft check.
All right, so 2 fortune die then?
Yep. 2 fortune die and 1 expertise.
No
die.
expertise? Okay, 1 expert. 2 successes, 1 boon.
There's nothing dangerous about his eyes. This is just the side effect of somebody who's really overused their magic in a short amount of time. Like somebody who is calling very, very high order magics of your particular order in the span of a few minutes.
Woo.
So because of that, he technically has functional eyes, but his eyes are made out of light.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he's got this.
But as the group of you leaves the inn, and heading out. Well, for this, I want everybody to roll an observation check and add 2 challenge dice.
So intelligence.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to go down one by one, and you guys tell me what you rolled.
Oh shit, I gotta reroll.
So let me know when everybody's ready.
Got mine.
It's 2.
Just give me a second there.
Yep, got mine.
All right.
So for me, it'd be just 3 characteristic dice, right?
Yep.
Done.
All right. Matty, what do you got?
3 successes, sir.
All right. Mike, what do you have?
3 successes, 1 boon, 1 chaos star.
All right. Shades, what do you got?
1 success, 1 chaos star.
All right. And Lady K?
4 successes, 2 banes.
All right. People are starting to fill back in as it normally did, so some of you have a bit of a harder time than most to catch them, but you do see someone who's kind of sticking out, who's kind of not sticking out, but seems to be slightly out of place in the room. He looks a bit pale, wiping sweat from his brow with a handkerchief. For the record, the person in question, if he was in better shape, he'd look a bit like this.
But he's not, so he's obviously he's seen a ghost.
Are you gonna try and talk with him?
I might as well. I'll walk up. You seem to be troubled, sir. Are we having any trouble?
Really, John?
I would think off the top of my head. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. No. We're all good. We're all good. Just leave me alone for a while. He's clear. He seems to be a bit scared. He seems to be a bit scared, and because of that, he's not exactly in a talking sort of mood.
How do we approach this?
This is pretty much a dead end. He's not cracking.
I'll be right back, guys. I need to take care of something.
KO.
Right. Hang on a second.
Fortunately, I don't really have the right skills to, go with that. 'Cause I don't. The best I would have is I have discipline and leadership. I don't know if either of those would help me with dealing with this guy.
And I've got intuition, so I don't know if that will help out either.
I have discipline, intuition, and observation.
Well, intuition and observation pretty much tells us what we already know about this guy, is that he's scared of something. We just don't know what.
Mm-hmm. But now you keep in mind. Now bear in mind you do have. Now bear in mind you do have that informant that you kind of made when she tried to bribe you in Matilda. If you wanted to talk to her about it.
Might not be a bad idea.
Yep.
It doesn't take long for you to find Matilda in the square about here, and actually, just realized that I should probably. I am an idiot. I was so into character I completely forgot to set up the music. This is not a Monka clock. This was me being too engrossed in doing the story.
Quit bullshitting. It's Monk o'clock. You just wait till Matty gets back. Quit trying to worm your way out of it. You goofed.
Yep. Fine.
You just wait till Matty gets back.
Mm-hmm. All right, you go right. But as you see, she goes, "Oi, Lord Fussybot."
And I just look over at Alan with a scowl on my face.
She comes up to you and goes, It's not often you're in the square. What, did you need anything?
Actually, yes, and for the record, it's Aristeo. Please remember that in the future. I'd rather not be referred to by that ridiculous name.
Okay, Aristeo Fussybutt.
Ellen just gives her a silent thumbs up from behind Brennan.
Anyway, there's a gentleman that we noticed was having some troubles, and if we learned more about him, we might actually be able to deal with it. Because I think he's on. There's something with everything going on in this town. I get the feeling he's in on something.
Are you talking about the fancy guy in all those robes who came in?
No.
I'd heard a few things about him.
No, we've already dealt with him for now. No, there was a gentleman in the inn that looked like he was scared out of his wits.
Was he kind of stocky?
A little bit. Dark hair. Looked like a gem on his forehead.
Oh, I know. Oh, gross.
Ah,
Everybody knows him, and most people wish they didn't.
oh, lovely. I don't like where this is going already.
You see your listing off, okay? Okay. Often criminal, sometimes thief, sometimes smuggler, sometimes racketeer. Seems to be somebody who knows everybody in one form or another. But he's somebody who's gone to if you need to get dirt on someone else. If you're willing to pay a few crowns. Or if you, I try to stay away from him, but he's approached me a couple times. I will be quite frank with you, Lord. I find him repulsive.
All right, I'm back. What'd I miss?
First of all, Matty, guess what time it is?
All right. What was the goof up?
He was so busy setting up the game he forgot to turn the background audio back on.
Yep, it's monk o'clock, motherfucker.
Yeah, I'll take that one.
Anyway, we found a.
Yeah, I was informing the father about why the dog has pink paws.
Ah.
Marker.
Why does June have pink paws?
Marker.
Oh, jeez.
How?
Guess what happened? June met a marker and she liked it.
Oh, Jesus. Anyway.
And she's teething, of course.
Anyway, what you missed so far is we ran into a gentleman. You might see his image on your screen. Scared out of his wits, and we're trying to find out about him. And turns out he might know something.
All right. Continue.
Hey, Fussy Butt, you thinking what I'm thinking?
I think we have our next interrogation lined up.
Matty, just really quick, what's your character's name again?
Just call me the Whistler. Or you can call me
Whistle.
Oliver. Ollie.
Hey, Ollie. Think you can put our new friend to sleep?
Can you protect him from arrows? Last time I put a guy to sleep.
We're going to take him upstairs.
All right.
Or downstairs if there's a basement.
Of course. At this point, it's, insert what Samoa Joe did to Paul Heyman last week before the Gokina clutch.
Yep.
Here's what's going to happen. Do not panic.
Matilda suddenly interrupts. So, excuse me. There's a couple things I wanted to tell you before you had to deal with your own business.
Go on.
Yes.
Well, I've been normally I'd charge you for this, but since you seem to be actually doing some good in this town, I'll let you have this one for free. That wizard who showed up today. I think he said his name was Mauer.
Yes, we've talked with him
Yes.
personally.
We've already spoken with him. He's from my college.
He has his own house that he moved in this town about a year and a half ago. He was asking everybody around the docks if they heard about a woman named Katrina Mauer. I don't know who that is, but it might be something interesting. Also, some big guy named Vice had come up to me this morning looking for you. He said he was looking for the second son of words. The second son of the Von Brenners.
What's the matter, Mildred? Can't word today?
Hang on. Need to refresh my mouth. But, yeah, he said that he'll be around the bridge if anybody asks. He sounded like he might have work for you guys.
Well, we'll have to do.
All right. How about I take Ollie? We go handle our gentleman friend, and you go deal with Vice.
So I still get to choke people?
Yes.
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 Okay, let me go back to the business of calming the Mr. Gross.
Gross.
Mr. Gross, let me calm him down a little bit before I have to calm
And
him
besides, Brenner, you can trust I'll probably get something out of him.
If it were anybody else, I would be doubtful, but you two seem to be able to handle yourself. Just be careful. If he's panicking that much, that means he's probably on the lookout for something himself, and they may not be too happy if we get to him first. Be on your guard.
Always.
Oh, of course. Now, remind me, Clothilda is the gal that owns the White Mare, correct?
She's one of the nobles, and she fronted the bill so that you could shack up there.
Okay, so, all right, Ollie, you go put our friend to sleep. I'm gonna go talk to the barkeep and find out if there's a underground spot that won't let sound out too well.
All right, so for those playing at home, what I do is I explain what's going to happen. I said, calm down. I'm down, or if this is going to happen, you're going to choke and you're going to pass out. The next thing you know, you'll be with us. Don't worry. And he puts the choke on.
So you two end up heading back, and here's the bad news: he's gone. He's not dead. He just scurried off.
I run over to the barkeep. Where did Grouse go?
I think he was in the halfling. I think it was in the halfling ward, which if you're going after him, good luck. They're not letting any humans in there.
Oh, we'll just see about that.
Challenge accepted.
Ollie, let's go.
Are you that? If you're gonna go in by force, then you're really
Oh,
stupid.
no. I'm not going in by force. I'm going in to offer help, and he's my bodyguard.
Hello.
Just make sure the trouble doesn't come back here.
Oh, of course. Ollie, let's move.
Yep.
Yo,
But in the meantime, I'm going to shift the focus over to the remaining group. So you end up. So our Aristeo and company, you come across Aristeo and Anel, you come across Weiss. He approaches you and says, Herr von Brenner, it seems you've made quite a name for yourselves here. I'm in the lookout for people who can help me look into some problems that have been affecting my business. I would be prepared to offer good wages for the work. It won't require intensive labor, merely a couple of days to escort coaches and help look into lost deliveries.
Ah. Well.
And for the record, the gentleman in question looks a little something like this.
all right. Either he's a gentleman or a douchebag.
No, he's just. I'd say he's probably more gentlemanly. He's just.
Mhm.
I get the new.
I'm telling you, he's one man bun away from me punching his face off. Seems like the kind of guy that would get a man bun.
He also looks a little portly, if you noticed.
Again, more likely to wear a man bun, but moving on.
Well, considering all the events recently, I'd be more than happy to look in on this. However, I think I almost get the suspicion that you know more about this than you're letting on.
I will admit, I had heard rumors that you had been doing some investigating, and I thought our paths could cross, because the murders and the disappearances aren't the only thing that's been vanishing. There have been shipments from my company that have mysteriously vanished, and unfortunately, I'm the one who ends up taking the brunt. I have, because you see, I'm a man with two employers, the Red Arrow Coaching Company, and Lord von Kaufman.
First name Andy?
Ah.
Sorry, I had to.
Ah, yes.
Frederick von Kaufman.
Oh, yes. I am very well aware of him. My father's had some business arrangements with him.
No surprise. He seems to be the closest thing to a proper businessman in this town.
If you can call it that. Well, as much as I don't want to give my father any help, not exactly on good terms with the man, but if it's connected with all these other issues, this conspiracy's digging even deeper. Very well. I shall take your request.
All right then. Meet me at the coaching office at first light tomorrow. We will discuss further your arrangements. You should also be able to find me at the Journey's End Coaching Inn if you so choose.
Very well then. Me and my crew will be there.
Thank you.
Do you think it's wise that we leave town in the middle of all this happening just to play nanny to a couple of coaches?
Normally, I would agree with you on that one, my friend, but I think he's onto something. Disappearing packages? Considering what my father's arrangement with Kaufman was, those aren't just any ordinary packages. And I'm willing to bet it's something we should investigate. The business dealings my father had with Kaufman were with weapons. What do you think I got? How do you think I got this lovely little beauty? Pulls out my pistol.
Point well taken.
If it's involving Kaufman, it's probably involving weapons. And if they're getting stolen, well, let's just say we don't want to. If it's involving our little conspiracy, that's the last thing we need. Is this dark troop of theirs getting armed?
Let's find out what happened to the others.
Agreed.
All right. Now, in the meantime, Alwyn has let me make sure.
Alwyn and Oliver.
Yep, Alwyn and Oliver. I just have to make sure I get
Allie and Ollie.
That's a tag team name, player.
I have to make sure I get the right map.
Also, shout out to this guy in the chat. Welcome to the madness, sir.
Hello there, and it looks like we lost Matty.
Oh shit!
No, I'm over here.
On roll
Hold
20.
on, yeah, I think I did.
On roll 20, we lost you.
Hold on.
By the way, I know Lady K saw it, but did the rest of you guys see what I put in the Discord chat?
I'm gonna kill you, you son of a bitch.
Yes, and
What the?
John?
I saw that on Reddit, and the look. You should have seen the look on my face. Ask Lady K.
I'm still gonna kill you for it.
Yeah, you know what? Knowing you, yeah, you need a book upside your head. You have a fever.
You think I wanted to see that? I just happened to come across it, and I was like, "Good God, no! That should not exist. No." For those of you in the chat wondering, someone did a realistic rendition of SpongeBob and Patrick, and oh good God, the horror!
My eyes, the goggles do nothing. You know what? Hold on. Dave?
No!
You deserved that.
Hold on a minute, gents.
Oh,
Hold on a minute, Jen.
Thank you.
And I'm going to see if I can't do this for the lovely audience.
Oh shit. I think my headphones are about to
No,
fly.
do not share it.
The pain must be shared.
Ow!
Just replace the spaces with the slashes.
Yeah, I was going to put it in the fan chat for everyone to see.
Fan chat, live stream chat. I'm trying to be helpful.
You mean trollish?
Define helpful.
Well, help us. Don't help us.
Help us by not helping, Mike.
Yeah, if you want to see what we're looking at, go open up our Discord chat. In the fan chat, I just posted the link.
And
Though,
hang on, I have to
prepare
do
yourself.
that.
That's all I'll warn you.
Gird your loins.
All right. Well, the good news is that when you went to the ward for the halflings, they of course told you no humans, and that you had asked, and then they said, "Oh, that guy he tried to hide in here, but we threw him out. I think we saw him heading towards the market to the south." You end up heading there, and you're told, no, he's at a different spot. And this happens repeatedly until eventually you're told, I think I saw him over at the docks. And when you get back to the docks, the first thing that you notice is that there's less people about. Then you see they look like gangers, but something's off. And one of them says, I hear you've been asking questions about people. You shouldn't do that.
Just trying to find somebody.
You
Just trying to
shouldn't
find somebody, that's all.
You shouldn't do that. A little
Oh,
girl like
really?
you asking sticking their neck out where it doesn't belong, you might get chopped off.
Little girl. Boy, I've seen more horrors than you would ever imagine.
And I'm one of them. Looks down. Do you want to have a bad time?
Matty set me up.
I knew that would get a pop.
One of these days I will learn to play that on the violin, I swear.
It is coming to the PS4.
I know.
All right, hang on. I am almost finished.
So
Wait a
trust
minute,
me, boy.
I'm not finished. I'm
You
Swedish.
don't want trouble with us.
Oh, but trouble's found you, lady. I got no idea who, but some pretty rich folk have paid me a few crowns, and I like getting paid. You see, the thing is, the previous time you had encountered these sorts of people, it was mostly knives or brass knucks. He's got a full-on sword that's usually reserved for knights.
Fuck.
Roll initiative, both of you.
Damn it.
Now, at this point, we were already looking for them, so how long do you think it would take us for us to find them and join in?
It's gonna take about 2 turns, or if either of them rolls a Sigmar's Comet, one of you can come in.
That's a character. That's a strength characteristic dice, right?
Initiative is agility.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Also, Gus just got daved in the fan chat.
What do you get daved for?
He brought up the only other thing that would send me into a blind rage. He brought up my bat credit card.
Ba ba ba.
More specifically.
Ah,
Anywho, I'm ready.
All right, let me get the right music set up.
Oh, come on, give us Megalovania.
You know, if this were a more contemporary game, I might consider that.
What if I find you a violin version?
No.
Damn it!
Good try, Dare.
You need sort of like an orchestral version of it, I think.
Hey, John.
There we go.
See what you can find for an orchestral version.
Actually, no.
Oh, I already know that exists.
Let me switch it because I've used that one before. There we go. A little more moody. So, as you can see, so you got your rolls in.
Yep.
All right. Let me do the adding. So, Lady K, what do you got for me?
2 successes, 2 boons.
All right, those 2 boons are going to be 2 fortune die for your next roll. And Matty, what do you got for me?
Straight 3 successes.
All right. Which means Matty, you're going first, and then all of the hoodlums go, and Lady K, you're going last.
Yay.
I believe they're going with sword and board. I think that's the deal of the day, right?
Yep, they've got sword and board, and a few pieces of armor. You're dealing with people at the halfway point between being random thugs and being assassins.
So they're thugs with swords.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Cracks neck, walks up to this guy over here. Actually, which one was the guy that we were talking to?
He'd be this one.
Hey, sir. I'm going to move over here.
All right, and let's see. That's 1, 2, 3 that are within close. So your career ability as a pit fighter counts.
Ooh. Even when it's sword and board?
You're still engaged with you still have 3 enemies within close range, so it still counts. If you recall, pit fighter ability, add 1 fortune die to your melee attacks whenever you're in engagement with more than 2 combatants.
Okay, so that would mean 1 fortune dice plus there would be a strength, so that would be 2 fortune dice.
Yep.
And I'm assuming we're going with strength.
Yep. Are you doing straight melee? No, nothing special.
Sword and board conservative.
All right. Conservative.
So that would make how many dice?
Yeah, that would be a strength roll. Add your weapons skill expertise die, and that's going to be versus the target's defense.
Expertise, that would be 1 die.
Are you going to be adding stance?
That's 2. I have 2 checks actually. Would that make it 2 dice?
Yes.
Almost made a roll with 1 dice, folks. And I already have the 2 fortune dice as we discussed. So
actually make that 3 because you're using a hand weapon, so specialization counts.
All right, so that was 1 regular, then 1 because of the pit fighter, plus another 1 with this. You know what? I'm okay with that. All right, let's roll them. All right, here's what I got. I have 6 successes, 1 boon, with 1 righteous success. That 1 righteous success rolled a blank.
All right. All right. That means you're going to be hitting for damage +1. So I'm guessing you're using just the you're using the hand weapon that you have, in this case the Morning Star. How many boons did you get?
1 boon.
Sadly, not enough for that. But considering the excess successes, That's still.
I figured
that's
the
still more.
excess successes compensate for the lack of boon.
Yep. And because of the effects, that means you hit for +1 damage. You could remove a recharge token from block, but you haven't used block yet. So that is damage. All right, so that's minus his soak. That's 4 damage. And unless that is, you can either end it there, or you can spend a fortune point to attack, to do another attack.
That would leave me with 2 fortune points, I believe, right?
Yep.
I think in this case, yeah, I'll spend 1. Let's try it again.
Same target.
Same target. Same target. What do I do? Same deal?
Yes. Are you using stance die when it comes to this, or just straight characteristic?
Well, I can't really spend the same card twice, can I? I mean, it's got a recharge.
Yeah, that's right. You can't. That thing's got a recharge, so you'd have to wait two rounds or start putting fatigue on in order to use it.
That's still 1 expertise die. That's still 3 fortune die, and 5 characteristics. So, yeah, I'm ready to roll on this one. If I'm good, if you're good.
Yep, roll it.
All right. 4 successes, 2 boons.
All right, you hit for +1 damage again, and it's just 4 damage. No, not 4 damage. 4 successes, so that's +1 damage. So that's 7. That's 5. All right, because that did about half of what his current amount was. That means, if you would, Matty, go on the normal die thing for Roll20 and roll me a D100.
Oh, hello. That's something special. Let's see. 1D100. That gets us 29.
That means he suffers 2. That is a fade to black, which means he suffers 2 fatigue.
That's good.
So that's gonna. And let's see, what is hit?
No, I'm hearing something.
Let's see. Which means a bit more fatigue, and he'll start taking disadvantage when it comes to his attacks.
Mm-hmm.
That going to be it?
Yeah, I don't want to risk it with another fortune point. I'm good.
All right.
Okay, I'm sorry
I've
to
proven
interrupt,
my
but I have
point.
to comment on what we're hearing right now. I hear this squealing sound coming outside, and we just realized there's a couple cats outside.
One's in heat.
And one of them is in heat. We can hear them.
Oh no!
I do not need to hear any details.
Well, we don't see anything, but we can hear it. I think you can let your imagination take it from there. Holy crap. Ow! You didn't hear that?
All
I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
Oh, shit. Matty just walked away, and so did Lady K. The two people who were actually in this fight both stepped out.
Well, that's okay.
All right.
It's all the grunts' turns now.
That's
Yep.
the problem. What if they attack?
Oh,
All right. First off, one of them from the back is this one is going to be taking a swing at the wizard. So let's roll that.
I
God
won.
damn it, Mildred! Just because I'm away from the computer doesn't mean I can't hear it.
Tell you what, John, can you keep an eye
All
on
right. Let's see, what is your defense? So that is 2 successes and 1 boon, which unfortunately. So here's the bad news. That technically hits you. Here's the good news.
Ow.
You have 4 soak. And they only do 4 damage.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
saved by the armor.
What armor? It's my robes.
Still,
Haven't you ever heard of mage armor?
Yeah, point taken.
Second one and second verse, same as the first. Unless you want to try and use. Let me see something here.
One second. I had popcorn on the verge of burning.
Ah.
Oh.
What's your agility?
4.
You can use dodge, if you want to have that activated, and you just have to.
I
check
wanted
mark
to
it.
dodge.
Yep. Do you have coordination trained?
On. Negative.
All right, that's just going to add 1 misfortune dice.
All right, so 4 die, 1 misfortune die, and I can add.
Huh? This is one case that I roll because you're getting attacked. You just have the dodge action on a 2-turn recharge. But
Gotcha.
here's the good news is that he only got 2 successes.
So it's a miss.
Yep. Here's the worst news. I rolled a delay, so his initiative goes up. So his initiative goes -1.
Fuck.
No, he now goes after you on the next go around.
All right.
Next.
Now it's this one's turn, and they're gonna try and take a swing at Matty. Let's see what he's not fatigued. He's not fatigued enough for that. So let's roll this again. And 3 successes, 1 boons, and 2 delay.
All right, what I miss? Did someone try to hit me?
Yeah, the guy who you've been slagging, he got 3 successes, 1 boon, and 2 delays, which means that his initiative goes down to 1.
And let me guess, though, even if it hit, I got too much. I got good armor.
Yep, so that's a miss, and he hit your armor, and it hit slow, and well, what I'd say what ended up happening is he ended up overextending, and you blocked him. You blocked him in a way that your weapon was going to hit his hand.
Oh.
All right. Now it's this one's turn. And let's see what he's got. 3 successes, 1 boons, 1 delay. All right, and now for the last one, who's going to try and flank you.
Sure.
Only 2 successes. And now it is Alwyn's turn.
All right.
Murder, death, kill. Murder, death, kill.
Although, hold on 1 moment. Oh, all right. You didn't. No, wait. You can't use that because. So I was thinking you could use counter blow, but no, he didn't use block anytime he was getting hit.
If I was in any danger of getting any hit, man, I would have used counter blow. Believe me,
All right.
You would have told me.
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna use Burning Gaze.
Hang on a second. All right, let me. Are you using that reckless or conservative?
That's a good question. Let me go for reckless this time. Let me see what the difference would be.
Oh, well. If you use reckless, you're only going to be able to use 1 reckless die instead of 3 conservative die.
Let's go conservative.
All right. Okay, this is going to be a intellect and spellcraft roll, and make sure that you add one misfortune die.
Okay, 1 misfortune die. Got it.
And since you have an intelligence of 4, that means you can do you can do up to 3 conservative die and 1 characteristic die. And you're going to get 2 fortune dice. One from the check and the other one from... Huh?
So it would be 5 characteristic die, 3 conservative die, 2 fortune die, 1 misfortune?
No. You have 3 conservative, 1 characteristic, 2 fortune, 1 expertise, 1 misfortune.
Six successes, 2 delays.
You said 2 delays?
6 successes, 2 delays. Yes.
All right. Let's see. Toughness 3. So yeah, that not only does that hit, but could you ping who's getting targeted? All right, he is blinded for the next 4 rounds. That's the good news. The bad news is that because you got 2 delays, Dazzling Light has a 4-turn recharge.
Ooh.
But
All right. Are you going to use a fortune point to act again?
yep.
All right. You don't have any power, so if you want to prep casting a spell again, that's going to be a channel power thing.
No need. I've got my halberd.
All right. So who's getting hit with a basic? All right.
The 2
roll.
right beside me.
Yep. All right. Roll it.
All right. Remind me what this one's going to be. Strength roll?
Yeah.
And no fortune die on this one, right?
Nope.
1 expertise, 1 misfortune.
You don't have expertise in misfortune. No.
Ouch. 1 failure, 2 boon.
Actually, wait a minute. Yeah, that is going to be a miss. And let me check something. All right, you only have one power, but unless you're going to use another fortune point, that's going to be it.
Fuck.
Hmm?
Keep it going. Back to Matty.
She's done.
AK, what was that?
She's
All right.
done.
It's Matty, you're up.
Okay, then. Let's see. So, unfortunately, my sword and board, I have to keep that down for 2 turns. So,
Yep, it's now 1 more turn.
1 more turn. Let's do a straight melee with my sword and or board.
All right. Now here's the options that I'm going to give. If you want to do a straight melee towards one opponent, I will allow that. If you want to do that whole spin attack, you can do that, but you're going to add 1 challenge dice.
Well, let's try it. What the hell?
All right. Bear in mind that you're getting a total of two expertise die and 3 fortune die because you rolled a boon last time.
Yeah, that's what I have here. I have 3 fortune, 2 expertise, 1 challenge, 5 characteristic.
see, unless you want to convert some of those characteristic die to stance die, like convert 2 of them to reckless.
Let's not take those chances here.
All right.
He may not be the smartest crayon, sharpest crayon in the box, but he knows how to fight. He wouldn't be alive if he won. So, let's roll with that. I think. Thank you, AVG. I did not need that. Oh, hello. Here's what I have. 2 successes, 6 boons, 1 righteous success. That righteous success rolled into a Sigmar's comet.
Okay, who's jumping in?
That
I'll
would
jump
be
in.
me, sir.
Oh, okay.
All right, Aristeo's jumping in.
Yep.
And right on cue, you hear. Right on cue, there you are.
So I
Now.
see you two have gotten yourselves into a bit of trouble again.
All right. So
He did it.
Okay, so how many successes did you get total again?
Only 2 successes with let me just double check. I didn't erase that. 2 successes, 6 boons, 1 righteous success. That's what I have.
All right. So that's enough to do. That is enough to do +2 damage, and you can do one free maneuver. But first, so that is a total of. Actually, let's. So you got 2 boons, not 3, right?
6.
6 boons.
Oh, 6 boons, which means that if you want, you can turn those boons into criticals.
Why do you ask?
So that means
I know you're trying to keep people ahead in the game, but if anything turns critical, do it.
Okay. That means that he's 9 left. Well, one of them's dead because after calculating soak, you did 6 damage.
Boom.
So he's dead. And
I did him so hard. I did the idiot so hard he died. Look at that.
Yep. So what happens when you do a spin and then spin the other way? The case of left hand and right hand.
Oh yeah, and I'm doing the spin. How do you whistle the Wonder Woman theme?
Jesus.
We'll figure that out later.
Yeah, at this point, let's just say.
But what I do need you to do is roll me a D100, and I need 2 results.
All right, so 1 D100 and another D100.
Yep.
1 D100 says 57. The other one says 11.
All right. Which means this guy is concussed.
He's going to need a Z-Pack.
And the other one has a mangled limb.
Oh!
Which means his strength and agility is reduced by 1.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that kick 18 gave Vegeta. Think about that.
If you've seen the latest Death Battle, you know what we're talking about.
Yep. And now it's their turn. So first off, let's see, that one's gonna one of them, the one who isn't blinded, is going to try and attack. I'll win 2 successes, 1 boon.
The key word obviously being try.
So that's going to be a miss. See, this one sees the newcomer and tries to make his own assault.
By the way,
one success, 3 boons.
By the way,
so
I thought I had a free maneuver in there.
You actually, yeah, you do. We'll get to that in a moment. Are you gonna go again with that roll?
Yeah. Also, guess what time it is, folks? Skipping the rest of my turn. Muck o'clock, motherfucker.
So that's 3 for 3 now.
But finish your thought.
Well, first off, Shades. Well, Shades. Just as an aside, roll agility for me, please. Just straight agility.
Gotcha.
All right, and when you finish, hold that thought. We're gonna resolve the thing with Matty first. So, same roll as before.
Same roll as before. Yep. What? That can't be right.
Reroll.
No, it's right. I double checked. Got all of it right. 1 success, 3 boons, 1 righteous success, which turned into another Sigmar's Comet.
Hello.
Okay,
Mike,
then.
hey, Mike. Water's fine.
All right, and now that let's see. Unfortunately, just 1 success isn't enough to break their defense.
But 3 boons.
That just means you're gonna be adding a 3 fortune die to your next roll. Because you can't do a crit if you didn't hit them. Their defense is 4. So Shades, what did you get for your initiative?
2 successes.
All right. And Mike, I need you to roll initiative for me as well.
I got 3 successes.
All right, which means Mike, you're going up next.
All right. So I take a gander at these move right here and see that they're using swords. I remember using these when I was a child.
Oh.
And yeah, I'm going to play Mine's Bigger.
Keep it in your pants.
Phrasing.
Pants, no time for those.
Ah! Nice.
Are you doing? I'm assuming you're doing that conservative.
Yes.
All right. Roll strength, and add a intimidate die if you have it. Intimidate expertise if you have that trained.
For those playing at home, hashtag. I had a thing here. No, hashtag Lucha Underground joke.
Yep. Strength is
Okay.
4. So we go ahead and
Wait, Hank, before you do that roll, I need to check one small thing. All right, you have the great sword of Hoeth, so add a fortune die to that roll because its damage is higher than 5.
yes. One. So so my strength is 4, so 4 characteristics, 1 fortune die, and 2 success, 2 boon.
Roll again. Give yourself one more fortune die because you're using the great sword of Hoeth.
Ah, yes. And that was... Yep, 2 success, 1 boon.
All right. Are you? Let's. Could you ping who's getting hit?
It would be this poor bastard right here.
All right. That means he suffers 1 stress. It's not going to be enough to do any significant disadvantages yet, but it's a step. Unless you want to spend do you want to spend a fortune point to do another action?
Yes, I'll go ahead and spend the point. And
remember, mine's bigger has a 3-turn cooldown.
right. But now and with watching all those videos you sent me, I know it will probably only just count as one attack, but here's the attack though. I come with a swipe to the left, and then a strike down.
Are you using just a straight melee attack or one of your Way of the Swords?
This would be yes, Path of the Wind, Path of the Autumn Wind.
All right.
And actually, I'm using that in
Conservative.
Conservative.
All right. So this is gonna be a strength weapon skill thing. So let's see. You've got 4 strength, so you can do 3 conservative die and 1 characteristic die, and 1 expertise die, 1 fortune, and 1 misfortune.
1 fortune and 1 misfortune. So 1 characteristic, 3 conservative, 1 fortune, and 1 expertise and 1 fortune. All right. And I have 3 successes and 2 boons.
All right. Let's see. Now the boon effect isn't gonna do much for you because you don't have any other you don't have any of your other Way of the Sword actions recharging.
Right.
And you haven't used any of your active defenses. So you're going to be doing normal damage, and one of them is going to be critical. So that's 6 damage, and one is critical. But because of how a great sword of Hoeth works, you're going to be rolling twice and keep 1. So roll me D100 twice.
Okay.
All right, I heard that one in one more time. Okay, what do we got?
37 and 65. I'll go 65.
All right, 65. Let's see, that is go. Hang on. That is internal bleeding.
Oh, that ain't good.
Anytime he rolls melee or ranged attacks, if he rolls a Bane, he automatically suffers 1 wound. And is that going to be it, or are you going to do another maneuver?
Nope, that's it.
All right. Let's see. So he suffered 6. So that's 11. All right, now it's their turn. First, it's this guy. And let me check one small thing. So he's gonna try and attack you, NL. And because he's still blinded, he adds 1 challenge dice to his roll. And he's gonna be suffering 1 damage that ignores his soak. See what he gets.
And can I activate parry?
Yes, you can. Let's see, parry. So that means I'm adding 2 misfortune die to this roll.
The poor blugger didn't have enough problems as it was.
Hang on a second. This is bad. He got no successes and 3 Banes and 1 delay.
Ow! You know what? I'm calling it. That's a botch.
Well, since one of them was from a Chaos Star, yeah.
That is a full-on botch. Gashecto! Let's botch. Meet your botch. Moot your botch. Grab some scotch. I'm RVT Butcher.
I need a sensu for that one.
Oh, what?
All right. Let's see who's next.
I haven't done that in weeks, okay?
Bullshit.
At least not on this show.
Okay, now it's one of the ones who's near death. And if I recall, that one rolls one less characteristic die. Two successes, so that's a miss. And Aristeo, now it's your turn. And there are at least three targets that you could fire a shot at.
True, but I'm engaged to one of them right now. So,
Oh, congratulations, fussy butt.
God damn it.
Right.
So, yeah, this son of a bitch right next to me, scatter shot.
All right, let me look at Scattershot. Are you doing that? You're doing that reckless?
Yeah.
All right. This is an agility roll. You may add ballistic skill expertise, and your stance dictates that you can do three reckless dice.
Yep, which I'm going to use.
And add 1 challenge die.
Okay, then. Ooh, I like this. 2 successes, 1 boon, and 1 Sigmar's comment.
Okay. Let's see. He doesn't have any. All right, that means I'm just gonna rule it. All right. First off, you hit the target for +3 damage. Which means that's going to be a total of 9 damage. How many boons did you get?
Let me double check. 1 boon.
Okay, never mind. And you can't use the Sigmar's comet effect on this. So that comet is going to be treated as a boon. So that means that's 11 damage.
Actually, what do you mean I can't use Sigmar's comment? Did you read the card? Each effect.
Yeah, but this target doesn't have any wounds.
Ah, never mind then. Just double checking.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, you end up loading you have loaded a pistol with miniature grape. And fired. So yeah, that's gonna be 11 damage. And you can either do 11 damage. Here's the choice that you have. You can either do 11 damage, or if you want, you can do just 10 damage and 1 is a crit and 1 critical.
Well, fuck if I'm not gonna go for the critical. 10 damage is still a good amount.
All right. All right, so he's down to... And because you did more than half, that's 2 criticals. So roll me a D100 twice.
Gotcha. First one's a 20, second one's a 78.
20. That's a deep wound, doesn't have any other special effects aside from having high severity. 78. You've crippled his sword hand.
Oh, nasty.
So he can't do anything. He can't do anything with that hand. So he has to go to his other hand, which means he's going to be adding a challenge die to his rolls. And if you so choose, you can spend a fortune point to make a different attack.
Nah, I think I've suffered him enough. I'll save that.
All right. And Alwyn, it's now your turn.
Alrighty. So I don't have any. I only have 1 power regenerated currently, right?
Yep. You can recover it by using the channel power action if you want. And once you've got enough, you can.
Let's do it.
All right. So let's see. Are you doing that? Well, you're probably doing that conservative. So that is going to be a willpower roll. Because your halberd has attuned 2, you can add 2 fortune dice.
Okay.
And and let's see. And add one challenge dice.
Okay.
And roll it.
Now, just to go over everything, that was 4 characteristic die, 3 conservative die that I could use.
One characteristic.
Okay. 2 successes, one success, 2 boons. I'm sorry.
All right, you gain 3 power total.
Woo.
So if you want, you can do a quick cast to cast a spell that would be 5 power. But if you
I'm already looking at it.
All right, what are you thinking?
Radiant weapon.
All right. That's going to be intelligence. Add spellcraft expertise if you got it, which I believe you do. And make sure to add 2 fortune die.
All right, so one characteristic.
Yep.
2 fortune, no challenge.
1 challenge.
4 successes.
4 successes straight.
Yes.
All right. Are you infusing your own weapon or somebody else's?
My own.
All right.
And god damn it, I'm gonna take one of these bastards out with my halberd.
All right. Are you gonna spend a fortune point to do another action so you can attack?
Yes.
All right. Now keep in mind that because your weapon now counts as superior, you gain 1 fortune die to this attack, and that's going to be a strength roll otherwise.
And I'm back.
Okay. Any challenge die?
No.
Expertise or misfortune?
No and no.
And you said it was a straight strength roll, or can I use my conservative die?
If you want to.
4 successes, 1 delay.
All right.
And it's this motherfucker right here.
Okay, so that's a total of 8 damage. Which means, yeah, he did. All right, and we're back at the top. Which means Matty's going next, then it's Mike.
Can I kill something now?
You want to try the sweep again?
Let's sweep the leg.
All right. Let's do it.
Same as second verse, same as the first, I would assume.
Yep.
Also, I need to add 3 fortune dice to that.
Yes, you do.
So that makes it 6.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit. All right, here we go. Loading. Okay, here's what I got. 3 successes, 1 boon, 1 Sigmar's Comet, 1 righteous success, which rolled into another Sigmar's Comet.
Okay, so that's +2 damage. How many boons did you get?
1 boon.
All right, that's 3. With the Sigmar's Comets converted, that becomes 3 boons. So you can do a crit. You can do another crit with this.
Crit.
8 damage, so down to 1. 1. All right, roll me D1. Roll me a couple D100s.
D100 number 1, D100 number 2. 7194.
1.
Did you hear me?
Yeah, I heard you. So let's see.
Patience, Matty. He's mathing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. One of them was a headshot, but unfortunately he's taken enough damage that it becomes the severe version. So you dead, and the other one. Well, let's see. He's down. He has suffered a ruptured spleen.
And he's already concussed too.
Yep. And because the half damage rule applies, roll another one.
As in another
D100, yes.
Ew, just an 8 though.
Yeah, he did.
Wow, on an 8? On an 8?
Yep.
Damn.
I told you, criticals are nothing to mess with in this game.
Damn.
So yeah, that's two piles that are. You guys should be thankful you're close to the water when it comes to this.
Yeah.
Bodies down the river.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so now it's Annel's turn.
That's my
Finish
turn.
them, finish them, boys and girls.
We got 2
We
left.
got one guy who's got a bum arm, and another one who hasn't been scratched too much yet.
Oh, I need to fix that.
All right, what are you going with?
I am going to go with. Let's see here. Path of the Hawk. I believe I used the Path of the Odd so yep, I'm going to use Path of the Hawk in conservative.
All right. So that's going to be strength and weapon skill.
Two. Weapon skill is trained, so that's one expertise. My great sword and add to fortune dice. So I've got two characteristics, two conservative, one fortune, one expertise. If that sounds about right.
Yep. So roll it.
2 success, 1 boon, and 1 delay.
Nice. All right. Because of Path of the Autumn Wind's secondary effect, your parry is now fully charged.
All right.
But you do. So you only got 2 successes, you said?
2 successes though.
All right, and one boon.
1 boon, 1 delay.
So, all right, so that means Path of the Hawk is going to have a 3-turn delay, but you still hit. Which means that's going to be 8 damage. It's not enough to do a critical.
Nope.
Nope, sorry, 6 damage.
Yep, not enough boons for criticals.
Right, so he's at 11. All right, now it's their turn. He is going to try and attack. He's going to try and attack you with his other hand on his sword, which means he has to add a misfortune and a challenge dice.
And I'm activating parry again.
No, he's not going after you. He's not going after
God.
you. It's the guy who lost the use of his arm, and he's going after Aristeo.
Ah, okay.
Very well.
So 1 misfortune, 1 challenge, 2 conservative. Fortune. Let's roll this. Hang on. Loading. Okay. You thought the last one was bad. This one is worse.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, here we go.
He got no successes, 1 bane, 1 delay, and 1 chaos star.
Ooh.
Ouch.
This one's gonna hurt, isn't it?
It's down to 2. He's still got a bane, so that means -1. And he still missed. Actually, I'm sorry. Chaos Star counts as another bane in this case, so that's -2. So that's it for him. Now it's the other one. He is going to try and take a swing at the person who just smacked him.
Now I can activate parry.
All right, so that's 2 misfortune die, and because of the specialization, that's 3. All right, let's roll it. No successes, 1 boon, 2 delay. right.
That'll teach.
Alwyn, you're up.
That'll teach you to raise your sword at me.
Alwyn, try not to kill one. Let's everyone try to keep one of these guys alive. I want some information on them.
How about this one we keep alive? This one we kill.
Fair
Works
enough.
for me.
I mean, he's already incapacitated, right?
Yes, this is true. However, keep your eyes peeled. We don't need another sniper in the area.
Ollie,
You.
as soon as you can get over here and pin this to the ground. Sit on him if you have to.
Got it.
All right, so what's your plan? Your weapon is still radiant, just so you know.
All right. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and strike out at this guy.
All right, roll it.
3 successes, 1 boon, 2 delay.
All right. Still enough to hit. That's still enough to hit. Not enough to crit though. And that is
All right, Aristeo, you know what to do.
6. 8. All right, Aristeo, you're up.
All right, now, even though I'm engaged with this one guy in front of me, can I still attack the other guy?
Yes, it is going to. You're going to add 1 misfortune die, though.
I figured. Just double check something here. All right. Well, I know the guy in front of me is thinking he's going to kill me at this point. But no. I'm going to take my pistol, point at the other guy, and hit him with a thundering shot.
All right, then. Thundering shot. So that's going to be you putting weight.
Overkill.
Fortunately, they're not trained in discipline. Also, fortunately, this is an attack that has no recharge.
That's why I looked at my options before I considered it.
Mm-hmm. And they're not trained in discipline, so you don't have to worry about that. So it's going to be ballistic skill and agility.
Okay, so I got my 1 expertise die. I got my misfortune die. Any challenge die?
No.
All right then, and I'm also going to be doing reckless again, so 3 more there. Okay, 2 success, 2 banes, 1 righteous success, which rolled into yet another regular success.
All right, so that's a total of 3 successes. 2 banes. You said 2 banes?
2, yeah. So I got the cowed effect.
Yeah. All right, but you're hitting for +2 damage, which means, so yeah, that's 8. And he only had 8 wounds left, so he dead.
Well,
And Cowed is pretty much done, which means I'm guessing that you're going to be moving over here.
Yep.
Maybe
And
rearrange it so it's not as crowded. So you tackle him, but as it seems like he is in pain from something, and you notice an odd smell. It smells like something is burning.
God damn it!
Ah.
Damn it.
I already know
going
what
to
it
hurt-
is. Goddamn cyanide pill.
Nope, it's not. It's not cyanide. Anybody want to roll observation?
It's a fucking bomb, isn't it?
No.
Intelligence 3, I'm rolling. I have one success, 2 boons.
It's more like the kind of smell that would get after from a hot brand. So when you look, on the right under his neck where your collarbones meet, you see what looks like a very jagged triangular symbol burned on there like a brand that's starting to fade out, even though it was emitting sickly green smoke earlier for when you had tackled him. And Alwyn, if you would give me a magical sight check.
Okay, remind me what that's going to entail. Intelligence?
Yep.
Just straight, no expertise or misfortune?
Expertise, yes. Misfortune, no.
All right, 1 expertise die. 4 successes.
All right. Now here's the good. This is the you're not able to tell the specifics of the spell, but it seems like these people were being used like essentially a puppet. But what you can't. But based on the use of triangles and the unrefined, jaggedness of the spell, you at least know what kind of dark magic you're dealing with. Even though you've only seen this in books at the college. This is a Skaven spell. Ratmen.
Oh, this is fucking ducky.
But as you're investigating, you immediately hear a bell sound. So might be a good time to get out of there before the watch shows up.
Yes.
Ah, damn it.
Well, we don't want to exploit.
I'm guessing you're heading straight back to the inn.
Yep.
Pretty
Yes.
much.
Yeah.
All right, so right over here. Let me close that out. So as you head back. On your way back, you'll overhear what sounds like chatter about that there was some kind of murder, but what's left of the bodies just burned out.
Huh.
So to recap, you guys, somebody tried to take you out, and was smart enough to leave behind a means to get rid of the evidence.
This is twice now we've had to try to interrogate somebody, and they found some way to keep them from talking. I don't blame any of you guys. You all did phenomenal, but this is really starting to piss me off.
You're not the
Maybe
only
fighting
one.
him isn't the right thing to do. Maybe just choking one out, taking to the side indoors.
Well, it's not exactly like they give us an opportunity to do that. They catch us in open areas.
We need to put our focus on finding this Graz fellow.
Agreed.
At least for today. Tomorrow we have another thing to bring up.
Oh, yeah?
You guys don't understand. Whoever this mage is, they're using some. Think of it as the spell as using puppets on a string. That's why the other man is dead. The one that we were intentionally trying to keep alive.
No, I understand full well. This whole town is being manipulated.
What about those weapons? They looked a little too good to be in the hands of such thugs.
Agreed.
Yes.
And it's actually exactly why we have another lead. Let me explain. I found Mr. Weiss, the one who was looking for me earlier. He wants us to keep an eye on to help guard his transports, his coaches. Now, normally it would be a rather menial job, and I wouldn't even considered it. But he made one point that caught my attention. One of his employers is Graf Frederick von Kaufmann, who has dealt.
Why does that name sound familiar?
Because he's had business dealings with my father. And if it's involving my father and him, that can only mean that the items being stolen are weapons. Weapons like those swords we saw earlier. Now, normally my father only deals with pistols. However, I'm willing to bet Kaufman has other weapons that he sells. So, I believe that this lead with Weiss might actually get us somewhere. At the very least, we can get those weapons out of the hands of thugs like those assholes we saw earlier.
And we might be able to find whoever's been trying to steal them and corner them and saying, speak or die. Or speak or we don't let you die. Or
we'll figure something out, but it's not going to be that easy anymore. Twice now we've tried this, and it seems whoever is behind all this is covering every contingency. They are planning for every possibility, and I am having enough of this.
Alwyn, how powerful is that puppet spell? How far away does the caster have to be from his victim?
Mildra?
Depending on it honestly depends. It's one of those things that you're not familiar with the details of, but it can be anywhere from halfway across the empire to right underneath their noses.
The distance varies. I know. I mean, I'm not entirely familiar with this. The only reason I know about the spell itself is because it was something I was studying just before I left the college to fight.
Well, because just thinking that perhaps the road trip might be a opportune place to find one of these scoundrels to get some information from them, somewhere away from the town.
It certainly wouldn't be a bad idea, but whatever this is...
My word that they have some sort of scrying that they're using to monitor not just their operatives' movements, but now our own.
Whatever's going on in this shit town reaches far deeper than even we could have imagined. I fear this is only going to get harder as we go along. Honestly, well, I hate to admit it, I'm kind of glad that I'm not going alone on this journey, on this little adventure of ours. This is not what I expected.
That note, friends, let's adjourn to our rooms and try to sleep the rest of this night out.
As
No sleep's time to come.
Aristeo, as you head to your room, you do see that somebody's left a note on your desk. When you open it up, it reads, I've heard about the trouble you've been causing. I know it's not sounding like much, but I'm hoping you can figure out who's behind this, so the people of this town can at least have some measure of hope that they won't be gutted in some alleys. Sincerely, Clothilda.
And I just think quietly, nice to know that there are some people in this town that aren't being complete jackasses.
All right, and with that, you want to do the wrap up?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Whew.
All right, folks. So that's going to do it for us tonight here on The Enemy Within. We thank you guys for tuning in as always. Let's talk about what's happening the rest of this week here on RVTV. Tomorrow night, Ranger Recap Live. Classics time continues, so get ready for anything tomorrow night. And oh boy, we got a lot of news to talk about, especially con news, so be ready for that. And that'll be happening tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern. Friday, WrestleCast Live. Join Matty Jay along with TWK as they talk about the wrestling news of the week. And read your email.
Episode 400.
Big one, boys and girls.
In more ways than one. We got Dominion to talk about. 60-minute Broadway. Holy shit. And Money in the Bank to preview. Because that's a thing.
Yeah, so expect a big night this Friday, 10 p.m. Eastern. Saturday, it's the Hellsman with Tony Gelms and the gang playing more games online for you. It's going to be wild. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be nuts. So check it out Saturday at 5. Sunday, Tokuris Live. We're back to a normal schedule. X-Aid, Q Ranger, Ultraman Orb, Amazons, and maybe something new. We shall see.
Aren't you glad you've gotten the bad shit out of the way?
No kidding. Oh, we still got Q Ranger, so we're not completely out of the woods. But that'll be Sunday at 7. Monday at 9, it's the Rising Sun Podcast, the official anime podcast of RVT. It's viewer's choice. So be ready for anything. It's gonna be crazy. We'll be spinning the wheel and finding out what we got in store. That'll be happening Monday 9. Tuesday, it's Rift Down with TWK and the crew, checking out the latest WWE SmackDown and providing their randomness like they always do. So be sure to join them for that Tuesday at 8. And then finally, join us next Wednesday at 9 for the next edition of The Enemy Within as we go on our little adventure to help out Weiss and find out exactly what's going on with that. And that'll be happening next Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern, live right here on RVTV. And, of course, keep your eyes peeled as well for any random streams. You never know when Lady K is going to be streaming, so keep your eyes peeled for that. She's got her other streams. At the very least, she usually streams every Tuesday around 6:30. So be prepared for that. And, of course, if you enjoyed tonight's stream, make sure you point your I-beams down and blast that like button and let us know. Subscribe if you haven't already. Follow us on social media. All of our links are down in the description below, as well as links to our Discord server. And if you'd be so kind to help us out, hey, I've got a Patreon. You guys want to chip in a couple bucks? You know, $1 a month, all you need. That's all I ask. Any more would be grateful. Trust me, that Patreon money has been coming in handy, and I'd love to help make the show even better. So please consider it. In the meantime, we want to thank you guys for joining us as always here on RVTV. On behalf of my lovely wife, Lady K.
I'm
I'm the Lady K, and I will catch you guys on the flip side. Rock on, y'all.
On behalf of our DM, Mildra the Monk.
My name is Mildra. I'm your gaming monk. Stay fucking frosty and fuck the revival.
Oh,
Hey, there you go.
On behalf of Mike Shell.
This is Mike. Shall remind you to who leave in Fez mode.
And on behalf of Matty Jay.
Man, Jeremiah Hill, professional wrestling, sports, independent promotion as soon as possible. Goodbye
I'm
and good night.
I'm the Shades, and we'll see you guys.
Sussy boy.
We'll see you guys next time. Rock on! Special thanks to Eric Vaughn and Cure You Crimson for their Patreon donations. Donate today so you can keep these streams going.